We're back.
Bone eaters. Apparently too powerful. And, that happened. So, reporting to the bone eaters that you made the deliveries. Thing is, all hunky-dory.
Awesome. I don't suppose I rank up, do I?
Calculate. My other shit reloads. OneNote, tab, bone eater. Of distance, A to point B.
Wait, is that how they determine ranking up?
Relative
I'm not
distance.
gaming it with you, Andrew. Wow,
It's not just it's just not relative distance. It's the task itself, relative distance, and in certain cases, customer appreciation to an extent. It is a
That's just
get a
so fucking abusable.
so if you get a bad Yelp review.
Oh,
You
his
just
demeanor
hire
was
yourself to deliver 1,000,000 gold across continent.
well, they're gonna
You
know
teleport.
that they're gonna. I'll be the escort. You escort Laszlo around.
Yeah, I escort Laszlo.
Yeah, you'll teleport us as well.
We both
Laszlo.
teleport across the planet and back, and he's just like, it was awesome.
I loved it. It was great, and I was the one teleporting the people. That's the funniest shit. I even made the courier teleport.
Francois just get like the most sour looking.
Well, it's
face.
like what's it called?
That's why I don't like wizards
in
here.
trading.
If it's a no, like you ever guys have a Pokewalker?
Oh, just like shaking it really fucking hard.
Well, yeah, because it's like one step is 1 XP kind of thing, but it also eventually causes like it needs thousands of XP to level up when it's
air
high
miles.
enough.
Last
But,
one,
like,
air miles.
If you're teleporting, you're not actually walking, so it wouldn't trigger the sensor. You gotta put it on one of those fucking the machine that they use to shake paint. And just put a fucking Pokewalker on that.
But let's say I have elk, and I just kind of like.
How many laps of the city? Put me on like a little thing behind it.
So it is not just getting that, it is also a milestone for this place too. There is a special quest you must go on to rank up. So you've earned enough XP to take the quest.
Yeah. Congrats, buddy.
High five,
Congratulations.
Laszlo.
Woo.
Well, you haven't finished the quest.
But he can do the quest now, which is cool.
Yes, you are. It is accessible to you. Do you want to?
I look around.
To whom are you looking? I am the only one person.
No, I look around. Oh, wait, I thought we all came to the.
No. Well, you're allies here, but at the moment, all of our fellow members are away.
Is how time pressing? Is this something to be delivered ASAP?
It is not a simple delivery.
Oh.
It is a bit more nuanced. And for the purpose of secrecy, if you are not a Bone Eaters clan member who is undergoing this quest, I advise you vacate temporarily.
Okay, alright, farewell. I go outside.
I also go outside.
Zen stealths and re-enters the room.
I don't care.
Goes a swarm spider. No, I'll tell this later. Yeah.
Once everyone who is not Dauntless has exited the room, Francois starts rummaging from behind his countertop. Eventually, he produces a deer skull and places it straight onto his countertop, looking directly at you. It still even has the antlers intact, attached to the skull. He faces it towards you, and he kind of like gives it a little nudge in your direction.
I look into the sockets.
It's empty.
You failed.
You had one chance. You blew
Try
it.
again. Try again next year, buddy.
Should I put it on? I don't break eye contact with the sockets as I say that. So I'm talking at the skull, but to
It is
Francois.
not to be worn. It's to be taken to its intended destination.
I pick it up gingerly with my thumb and my pointer fingers. Not the rest of my hands.
The item itself is not as fragile as you think it is. It is, for all intents and purposes, a very valuable artifact of our clan. But it is not fragile like a glass.
Okay.
But you will hold it in reverence, never hidden away in your backpack,
Alright.
to be seen by the sun and moon at all times.
It's going in my chest.
Like your chest, as in your torso?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like a storage chest.
Nope.
What would you say? You can only
Hiding it
see
away.
only see the darkness of a closet.
I choose.
This will
I
this will
choose
accumulate
to
dust
completely
nicely.
Ignore that.
Also, Dauntless, have you done the tabard?
I don't. I have not
Okay, I'd
Found
assume
the
that'd be in
tabard.
your inventory.
understood. I don't think I have any rope on me actually, so I need to get rope.
Hold it in my
Uh,
teeth.
That's better for you.
Wait, can I put this? Can I wear it like a hat? I look at it. I don't ask that. I just look like, can this fit on my head?
No, there is a section that is where the brainstem would connect the spine. Spinal cord goes through.
You're saying I can wear it slightly lower on my head, like a baseball hat wearing skater.
It would be more like a yarmulke.
Hold on.
Know what a yarmulke is?
No, I know what it.
Got it. Get him. Take him away.
What stupid hat are you looking for?
Is it like that?
No, where it's like a little farther back on your head, so it's not actually like covering your hair or your head itself. You're leaning it back. I don't know why I'm having such a tough time describing it.
So it's a yarmulke.
Picture yarmulke angle, but baseball hat.
Yarmulke with the brim.
It
Yankee
is-
with no brim.
Well, that just looks stupid. It
love
would
it's like a
not
reference
rest.
item.
It would not rest comfortably on your head.
It doesn't have to rest comfortably.
Yes, I know. It would just fall off as soon as you start moving, though.
Could you put it on as like a shoulder panel, maybe?
As long as it's seen by the sun and the moon.
I can't just wear it over my face.
You're a dragonborn. Your head is enormous.
Fat head. You hear from the outside someone walking by.
It's just the fucking
Oh.
SpongeBob like, oh brother, this guy stinks.
This guy's got a fat head.
You mentioned it needs to go somewhere.
It does not need to go somewhere physical. It's a spiritual journey.
Mhm.
Must be seen by the sun, moon at all times.
I nod and I nod. I don't bow. Understood.
Purpose will become clear and evident when the skull has seen enough of the sun and moon.
I'll make sure it sees both.
See that you do. It also involves if you go into a cave. That is neither sun nor moon.
Okay.
Be wary of going indoors for too long.
I'm not going to be a dickhead.
Oh, you're just holding the skull at a door, like in, out, in, out, in.
Well, no,
out.
I'm, just wondering, I'm very tempted to ask, is like, then why did you have it inside? I don't! It's not right! Spiritual.
The resistance is there.
The NPC's inventory is stored outside.
It's in a
Like a
box.
fucking
Yeah.
Skyrim.
And fucking Skyrim's inventory is stored.
We need to bill for their front yard.
Yeah. Find weird hole to jump in.
GM, I spam use on the floor until eventually I hit the chest.
We found it.
It's filled with items
rolls.
that do not have their item IDs properly linked, so it crashes your game when you pick them up.
I put the skull over Francois' head and then rob him blind.
It doesn't
It's
feel
got
very
holes in
good.
it. It's got holes in the skull. You can see through. You'll know.
Finish this, and you will no longer be among the lowest rungs of the ladder.
I will. Thank you.
Good.
I step outside to meet back up with the guys, and I'm like, I keep canting the thing in my hands in like different angles, trying to figure out where it should like be stitched onto my person.
Hello.
He walks out with a deer head. Skull. It is
Careful.
very well polished.
Careful, Zen may try to eat this.
I don't think I can.
That's the next quest.
Eat
It's not.
the
It's not even.
it's a
It's not even a riddle. It just says, "Eat the deer skull."
Eat
Eat
the
the
skull
deer
that
skull.
you've just seen. Eat Dauntless. Okay. Well, what's that? You got a new thing?
It's a skull, and I need to keep it on me.
Okay.
And it's got to see the sun, and
Mhm.
it's got to see the moon,
Okay.
and I don't think I can go inside very much anymore.
So is a
You want
sleep outside.
camping-
You're good at
camping
that,
trip?
aren't
Yes, possibly a camping
Big-
trip.
Okay. Nice.
Um,
Anything else you want to do, or are we gonna go?
I'm gonna go. I want to go buy some rope so I
I
can
got
just
rope.
hang it from my
I got
neck.
rope.
you? You don't have
That's what I'm
rope
gonna
on you?
Take some of
No.
my rope, dude. Here you go.
All right. I tie a noose.
Uh oh.
Um,
I'm
can't
done
save
with this
him.
campaign.
And then I'm gonna put the noose over my neck, and then
Oh
dangle
my
it.
god!
I'm gonna dangle it from the other end.
as a Boy Scout, there are better knots
Phrases.
to use.
I think it looks weirder,
Why?
but okay. I probably also wouldn't know how to tie a hangman's noose because I'm not a hangman.
That one is surprisingly easy. I've seen a anime infograph of a girl
Right.
tying a noose before.
Seen it too, and I don't remember it.
Yeah, figure 8 loop and then wrap it around that. And you old loop-de-loop and pull. You know what I mean? One that's
Oh.
fun teaching though is the bow line, because that's the one where the rabbit comes out of the hole, sees a rabbit runs out of the hole, runs around a tree, sees a predator, runs back in the hole. That's how you tie the knot. It's fun to teach. But that is for making a loop that will not change in size. But if you want to use something that can be taught specifically around your neck, choke yourself.
Do attackers get advantage or grapple checks to choke Dauntless out now? Oh, it's a convenient rope here.
Oh, it's like the fucking what was that Demon Souls boss that has a sword in his gut?
Oh yeah.
The
Dictator?
adjudicator? Yeah, you gotta hit that, but instead of that, it's just yank on the cord that's around your fucking neck.
Well,
Alright. Well,
I've given you rope, so you got enough to mess around with to your heart's content.
Alright, I'm gonna tie the rope onto the skull first.
I would have
And then-
accepted you just saying I tie the rope to the skull and then tie the rope to my person. I don't know why we had to go to fucking Noose City. If you want
It's
to do that
Andrew.
though, that's
we had
fine.
to. We had to.
That's fine. You can tie it
It's-
wherever you want, but if you're tying it somewhere that's gonna like cut off circulation of
He's given a
oxygen
good
to your
visual.
brain.
He's given a good visual.
I'm trying to think
Okay.
of what would keep it secure.
Hmm.
I would advise threading the rope through the eye sockets
Yeah.
and then tying it like that. Fix it like a backpack. You can have it as a shoulder. Have it resting on your head, like the fucking $6 pig that you can buy for fucking Altspire and Vermintide.
Yeah.
You get it. Like if I do that, I'm gonna look like I have Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh well, what do you want it to be like?
Ooh. Do you want to level up or what?
You can have it
okay.
on, you
You've been
can have it
given a
on your
task.
thigh.
The noose thing would look spooky, but the Mickey Mouse ears
Halloween.
would look retarded.
It is Halloween. Pasto says verbatim.
I'm like I'm the most special bone eater on the
Yes,
sport
you
bus.
are.
Yeah, you are.
Oh god, god damn it.
So,
Whatever floats your
Godless
boat.
Fine, we're
has-
doing Mickey Mouse ears.
okay.
Yeah. Oh no, copyright.
To be fair, it is
Oh,
also
isn't Mickey Mouse public domain?
it is also the straightest point.
It's one of those weird cases where like Disney is fighting tooth and nail
It's
to
bait,
not.
Adam. He wants to be perceived as that, and then he'll kill you.
Well, because I'm thinking it's on the one hand the
public
noose would
domain.
look cooler, but also on the other hand the shortest point away from point A to point B is a straight line, and Mickey Mouse ears would just be like, oh, this is slightly more convenient.
I think.
He did this exact
Yeah,
scenario.
there's a special curve that's actually faster than a straight line.
Well,
Anyways.
accounting for gravity, yeah. But
Could we skip time to
I want to. If no one else wants to do any daytime activities here in Solholm, we're gonna go ahead and go to late.
the evening? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All our city activities are taken care of. We're gonna go ahead and make our way back to the university. While you have not specifically told the headmaster that you're going to meet him at the entrance to the basement, said,
I'll go
There's
way
different
outside Carlos's room.
do us orc drug addicts? Do we like just? We're always seeing our spectral dude floating around now.
Oh yeah. I forgot to give you your things. You now have 12 beetle nuts.
Oh, sick.
It's in a little sack. There you go. That's for you and Turok.
Oh, these will keep me from going kill crazy.
And Turok's mum's called Una. That is
"Why
all.
did you?
Why is that funny?
Why did you snicker?"
I gently like nudge Laszlo on the shoulder. Laszlo, you dog.
Got her name equals 6.
You know,
Turok's
Yeah.
not here.
he can't defend himself.
Henry's not be here, but like Turok.
Well,
technically.
we'll just wait outside of this room here until.
Right? It's not the headmaster that comes to fetch you, Caesar, because generally speaking, headmaster and professors will not come to the dormitories for privacy reasons. The janitor, however, he has free reign to go everywhere because he's got to clean up shit.
Okay, I'll follow you, Caesar. We're here. Whoa, there he is. Is that Norman Reedus?
Norman Reedus in a green plastic poncho in a cart with luggage.
In real life, Death Stranding.
I can't wait for that to be a vehicle in the second game.
I mean, it does seem
I
pretty
really enjoy it.
grounded in reality.
Yeah. AI's getting crazy, dude.
Right, so, Caesar, while he doesn't immediately take you to the basement entrance, he takes a roundabout route so that you don't cross through the courtyard and are kind of slinking in between the buildings. All the meanwhile, he's pulling his wagon that has all of his cleaning utensils, so there's just brooms and mops just jangling, and like little buckets filled with like ammonia and bleach.
So he did not activate stealth.
No, but you guys can if you wanna, but doesn't. Unless like some of the students are just like having fun in their dorms. Generally speaking, there's no recreational areas around here in terms of like on-campus facilities. They either need to go into town of Solholm, or maybe they're just like getting drunk in their dorms. So, generally speaking, there's not too many students out and about.
Well, now that our lives are not in danger, as we're walking, I'm gonna keep trying to communicate to my spectral buddy.
Your warrior spirit can't communicate.
That's
You can
not going
talk
to stop
to it.
him from trying.
You can talk to it
Yeah.
all you want, but it's never going to respond. If anything, if I was the warrior spirit, I would just be like, wow, I get linked to this motherfucker.
You're not even an orc.
Wow.
It was at one point.
I'm like you, fellow kids.
That was like that was after the other point where you weren't an orc.
How do you do,
I
fellow
try
orcs?
to communicate with him in Orcish.
Language
we're
be
walking.
damned, he can't talk. He has no mouth and he must scream to tell you to shut the fuck up. But he can't.
Does he even acknowledge like my existence, or he's just kind of there?
Just screaming at you.
No,
idea.
he's just like behind you like a fucking...
You think I'm pretty?
Oh,
You like the skull?
don't say anything if you think it's true. It's like, oh, no. Visual, like.
No, you can't
pain
put
and-
words like that in my mouth.
I can't
I have
speak.
no mouth.
Eh.
But yeah, your warrior spirit can't talk to you. It's just like a kite that follows behind you. And kites don't speak.
Plank.
Hmm.
No, this is some fan theories about Planck that I won't go into.
Plank
Nor
is
have-
the only conscious one, and
I'm
They're
sure
all
there's
living
stupid
in
shit like
simulation.
that.
that's just a theory, a Planck theory.
Ah.
Okay, well,
Got out of the way. Got out of the system.
besides the fucking MatPat thing,
Planck is actually Mandark. It says so in my SCP wiki.
that's a lot of layers.
Holy shit, dude.
Alright, so the headmaster greets you at the front steps of the main hall of the university. Or Caesar starts cordoning off the area with rope.
I make sure to duck under the doorway slightly.
It's more like you have to tilt your head so the antlers don't hit the doorframe.
Oh, has it got a fucking brace of antlers as well on the sides?
Yeah, it does. It's
Oh
got
my
it's
God.
it's got a deer skull with all of the antlers intact.
It's not like an elk, like a giant moose. antlers.
No, not a whole ass moose. That would be
yeah.
funny, but no, it's not a whole
You
ass
know-
moose.
I think I haven't taken account of what I've done visually. But, like, I would like to point out, now I'm like mentally taking tallies here. I glow.
Mm-hmm.
I have an antler on my, or I have a deer skull like Mickey Mouse eared to my head. I'm talking to the air beside me, and now I look all fucked up and scarred and black-toothed.
And
I have a
you're
question
royalty
before we-
and scarred.
Before we duck into the university, is this thing
Hmm.
like magically inclined? Does it have some kind of tracer or weird effect we should be paranoid about?
Oh, I mean, maybe I was told it not to be inside for too long.
I think you should wait outside just in case.
I
Need
need
to
to
come
know.
Okay. We could just tell you.
I mean, if it
really
catches
went outside.
fire, I'll run outside.
So, everyone who doesn't look like a fucking... I don't know what the fuck you even look like. You're the worst cosplayer I've ever fucking seen.
What is he meant to be? Everything. Yes.
Everyone who's not Dauntless is gonna go to the Information Repository 1A. Not the University.
I don't know what happens if I go inside, guys. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Alright, so, Caesar guarding the door. You can loiter out there with him if you want, but you're literally glowing, so it does make him look even more conspicuous to have this thing
Conspicuous as you can be.
next to Caesar. And the rest of you go down into the bright white LED LED hallways. Let me go to the hangar.
Mhm.
Well, I'll go outside and mess around with the skull then.
Ooh.
Into the hangar you go. Let me just move Dauntless's mini over here because you're not be here, and Zen is in. Alright, so what do you do?
Who is this?
Who's what?
Me. I am gonna go to the hangar.
Like, we'll all go to the hangar.
There's a passcode.
Agadol.
That's-
Mazarek.
No, who just have their own name as the passcode?
That was the password.
It is his name.
Yeah, that would be a really stupid password.
That's a stupid password, isn't it?
I think you gasped at me for a second. I was like, hang on a minute.
The password is...
They'll never
Password.
think it's my name.
So, Master Somewatch, of course, is with you.
Thank you so much.
And let me just place him here. On the way talking, he just wants to ask you for a bit of catch up on Fries.
Okay.
And what's
What's
the
up?
deal?
Hey man, how you doing? I got the goods. I got the plates in. We
I
got
see.
got plates.
All right. Well, where are they?
They're in a spell right now.
Okay. I see. Well, why don't we get you a place to retrieve them? Does it need to
Okay.
be big?
Probably pretty big, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Hangar probably be the best spot to do this.
You run inside. Of course, it is extremely spacious as ever. You can see the very large gaping hole in the side of the actual vessel itself. And if you want to cast the spell, you have plenty of space to do it. If you want to cast it on the ceiling and drop it on
I'm
someone
gonna do it.
as a
Can I
funny
do
prank,
it on? Can I do it on the wall so that I can like walk in and then like push them out, or at least get the robots to assist?
well, because if you put it on the wall, it might just fall out.
Oh, I'll put it on the floor then.
Be boring, I guess. Like, do the boring.
Fine, the voice of logic. I'll put it on the floor.
So you see him doing the same spell. He traces his parameters on the ground, and he does the
Do the dance.
Do the Macarena.
Yeah. My hand on my
kind
hips.
hands on his hips, and
Okay, there you go. If you look at this, somewhat down here is the plates. If you could, that is 54 plate panels worth harvested. They're in various pieces, but
I'm
be able to-
impressed. These are exactly what we need and more. What to do with the excess, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we could use it to reinforce some of the locations on the vessel to make them a bit more thick.
could do, yeah.
But minimum requirements to fill in the gap be first thing that we do. So I will go ahead and just give me a moment. I need to go back to the console in the other room, and I will direct the robot servants to begin construction.
Okay.
Honestly, it shouldn't take that particularly long. From what I can tell of how quickly they work and maintain the actual vessel itself, I surmise we would be done in less than 24 hours.
Okay. Well, once that's done, is there a plan? Like, once it's done, is it?
Well,
what
last
do we do?
time we were here, we were under the impression that there were other components. I know we've kind of have some. We found the orb, and we've got another piece on us that could potentially be helpful. The bean.
Yeah.
What? But like, I feel like our last conversation implied there were other components other than the plates. Like, there might be something else we need.
We need the helmet, right? Like a.
There is a remote helmet used by the pilot in conjunction with some of the other components we did mention. Navigational globe being one of them, and a few other things. We want to have the weapon systems to be available to use, but
Okay.
the control panel helmet is, now that we have these plates for repair, the primary directive.
Do we need to seek one out, or can one be fabricated? Do we have blueprints?
We have the means of creating one from scratch. No need to search out and buy one, as I would surmise you'd be on a wild goose chase. But the instructions on that are within the archives.
Okay. What
We'll
about
let
these
that
weapon
vision here.
systems? Ugh, it's not mine.
Well, the weapon systems for this are not as powerful as other higher, I guess if we were comparing them to ships on the water, this would be a, not as large as some other ones. Ballista compared to a crossbow sort of thing. But the weapon systems can be brought online. They do require an external power source, of which I am currently working on. It is essentially a magical rock. I think to some people it is referred to as diamond quartz.
Okay.
I hear there are decent locations to find them, in underground locations. And generally speaking, if we can get our hands on a big enough, I think they come in like, I wouldn't say a nugget, but big boulder of it, that would be a sufficient amount.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of where.
Okay.
I couldn't help but notice that some of you have diamond quartz.
Yeah, I'm a researcher for them.
Oh.
Yeah, in our last trip, well, we didn't tell you?
You might have
Well,
told
maybe we
me,
didn't.
but it might have
Yeah.
flown over my head.
Well, basically, our detour to Sanctus ended with us getting jobs for that continent's biggest diamond quartz.
Oh, so if you don't mind just grabbing up some, then we'll be all good to go.
That is the downside, though. They are, even if they were okay with parting with it, they are in very low supply of the substance as of right now. So I don't.
We may even be more beneficial to seek out some of that stuff over on this continent.
Oh, well.
We know the depths that they are usually found at.
Oh,
So it could be.
You are more informed on this than I. Let me just show you the storage for the diamond quartz battery, so you can know how much.
Scale of, yeah.
Yes, there are 2 battery sockets, but we only need 1 at the minimum to utilize the actual weapon system. But we would have, of course, we would be draining the battery at a significant rate if we only have 1. So, gentlemen, if you'll follow me, you may take the floating discs. We'll be getting onto the deck and down below the bridge.
Okay.
Where is, Oh, never mind.
Adventurers League rules, Adam.
Oh, yes.
Whoopsie.
Right.
Oh, I thought it was meant as a slight against me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Honestly, I thought he was with us when we entered. I thought he was talking about Kalos. I thought he was talking about Kalos.
Where's Billy? Oh shit!
Oh, where's that fucking where's that moss guy?
Yeah, I heard of things about
whom
this
I've
fella.
literally never met because he didn't get that far.
Well, we didn't get very far at all.
1.5.
Oh god!
All right.
What a poser!
Jeez.
No.
He takes you below the deck of the little frigate you got here. Below the deck, you can see all sorts of alien technology. I think I should honestly get a new ship because they have literal alien ship parts now. I'm gonna look for a new one.
And this is very cool still. But yeah, this is like ancient. This is an ancient ship.
Yeah, I mean, look at the freaking tent being used as the fucking.
But it actually has ship parts now. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have ship parts, and it's not even like the actual, not like the wooden ships. They have like the sci-fi ships. So I'm gonna look for I'm gonna look for a new ship.
I think a wooden ship would be kind of like Chad move. Like they wouldn't expect the wooden vessel in space.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for a new one. But he takes you below deck, and there are several large sockets. To the player characters, they look like the things that you put like a AA battery into, where it's got the little spring on one side and the flat bit of metal on the other. It is approximately a. It's not quite a nugget, but it's a little bit elongated, slightly cylindrical. And in terms of dimensions, it's approximately 3 foot tall and about a foot in diameter. So big tube.
Okay.
For holding this.
So, we could probably procure some. We could probably swing it a few ways. So
Now, I have been also considering if there's any alternatives. I came to the conclusion of the diamond quartz as a result of a couple of things in terms of the efficacy of it, in terms of storing some magic mumbo jumbo. I won't bother you with the fine details. There are a couple of alternatives we could attempt that are more mundane, and according to the prices right now, might be less expensive, but will not be as efficient in the long run. The fuel will burn out faster. Although they may achieve the same effect, more than likely half the efficacy. Reason being is just because it's not as potent.
Okay. So
let me show you the where these connect to the weapon systems.
All right. Okay.
And we'll talk on the way there.
Walk and talk. Okay.
So I have come across another potential avenue. Now it is rare in itself, as much as it is a lesser component than diamond quartz. I understand that some just things are not meant to be using cheap fuels. I wish I could just burn this thing with coal and just fly through the air like that, but other than that, it's just not within the capabilities. Either case, I would be looking for a particular item that is not quite something you find just, you're not going to be tripping over it, so to speak. They can be found, not unlike diamond quartz, underground. It is not a mineral, however, it comes from an organic being. It is a form of a bladder.
Okay.
Not for urination, for a different kind of viscous liquid. There's a denizen of the Underdark that I don't know how familiar with you folks are, but I'm just going to say there's a beast in the Underdark that holds a very potent bladder within its body that is coursing with energy, and they always come in a pair. So, kind of like kidneys or lungs.
Okay.
So,
What is this creature?
Like we're going back underground.
Where Dauntless can't go.
The creature itself, in terms of colloquial names, not used by the Underdark dwellers.
Whoa.
That's the dialect.
It's like the walking, running, sprinting. That's my reference.
It is a very curious creature. It is aberrant being.
Okay.
They are... how do I say this? Squid-like in nature. However, they are not related. They are not related to the ones that you may be
These
cringing
ones.
about.
Zen's like taken back by it. Like, what squid? Okay.
There's a creature in the Underdark. They are incredibly intelligent, long-lived, and dangerous to say the least.
Do they have more than one bladder? We couldn't barter with them to be like, can you spare a bladder? But,
I surmise they would not give away their organs willingly. If I
Okay.
came to you and asked for a pair of yours, then you'd probably say no.
probably, yeah. Okay. With an ask, they could have been, charitable figures of the Underdark.
And this is a good picture, and I'm bucking up the antler skull so bad. I'm drawing Dauntless. Fuck. Dan, you ever fuck up one part of it, and it's just like, God damn it.
He has an undo button.
I Control Z it. I could draw it for some point.
This sucks.
Jesus Christ.
How Andrew?
He's trying to draw Dauntless. He's trying to draw Dauntless in his Mickey in his.
He was like,
I
Disneyland.
did! It looks
He was
good until the fucking antlers!
The pigeon is freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna rush the antlers.
Don't rush it, and you never rush it. No. Oh god, no.
He's gonna put it through an AI prompt.
It's like a canon event. I can't let Andrew not do it. He must go through this.
He's trying. Don't listen to him, Dan. He's trying to psych you into doing it yourself. You can't.
I'm not gonna rush something.
You're gonna. No, you're gonna. He's trying to make you do it for pro bono. You gotta.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh Dan, I messed it up.
You gotta make him commission it. He's got to commission it. You can't let him. You can't let him put you into
Free
it.
labor.
1 month of your salary, and I will do it. No.
I hate skulls.
Oh,
I
God.
fucking hate skulls.
Did you say you hate skulls? Literally, the guy...
Yes, I know,
Yeah.
but it sucks. It sucks so bad.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh, that would be Andy's recap. It'd be like scrawled anger in the bottom right as it like descended into like.
You know that one picture? It's like some guy's dog, and it's like, every time I get home, this motherfucker's always looking at me. It's a fucking like a Shih Tzu with a shit-eating grin. It's just gonna be a fucking skull. Anyways.
Oh god, that's really funny. Fuck man. Do they come in pairs?
I am looking for something that is known as an aboleth.
Okay. Aboleth. They come in pairs. Okay.
Well, the aboleth doesn't come in pairs. It's
The bladder comes in
the
pairs.
bladder comes in.
Whoops. Aboleth. All right. What are they? What's their deal? What are they?
What do you mean? Deal.
What have we got to prepare for if we're going to go get some of these things?
A fight.
Yeah,
It's-
but like,
it's I'm going to give it willing.
okay. What do they do?
Live in the Underdark.
Do they shoot people? Do they grapple people? Do they
They
nibble
can-
people?
All of the above.
Okay.
Live in dark and murky waters.
Okay.
Under pressures that could crush your skull.
Barris, do you still have the helmet for doing 2 spells at once?
I let Kalos borrow it. So
Okay. I could theoretically cast Control Water 2 times to nullify the water effect of this creature. So we don't get crushed. It pressures.
it's. So we don't have like
I
the
heard a
Crystal
pen
Spark
hit through.
family said they were
So
out, but
fucking
they
bad.
were actively exploring mines, and they might actually contact us
To
to
clear one out, yeah.
one out. So
We could
We
say
might-
for payment, we want 2 of these.
I mean, we're employees. I don't know if we could. We're not mercenaries that we could ask. Like, but that's
Well-
that's my only concern is that like we could maybe get an easy way to get some get some some quartz, but like it would have to be under.
I could put them in the. I could. Whoops! Oh no, they fell in my magical interdimensional location. Where I can
Basically, we'd
store
have
things.
to. It's either that or we have to come clean and say we want to. Kalos has been pretty keen on getting his hands on extra chunks, so it's like.
Yeah, he's kind of been like dribbling at it a little bit. It's kind of concerning.
Of course,
It's good stuff. Yeah.
that involves us waiting on them to contact us and say, "Hey, we found the spot. Come on in." So
Or we could go over and take initiative and try and accelerate the process. Maybe.
that is
Doesn't
also
seem
an
like a
option.
bad idea. Essentially, their main reserves in the inner parts are getting lower. Therefore, they need to look elsewhere on the continent to.
So we think there's a
find
spot
more
here on
reserves.
Rutash that we could try
Or
digging.
Militosh or the Writhe, you know.
Basically, we take the initiative. We mine what we can, and then we take what we need, and then we say, "Hey, we found the spot," and we bring back the rest to them, the excess to them, or
Yeah.
if we feel inclined, that is for that last part.
Or like a finder's fee. But like, we found this. We need these 2 pieces
Mhm.
as an advancement, and then the whole mine's yours. What do you think? What do you say? What do you reckon? I do have some prior research on mining companies within the region, so as long as we steer clear of that. Is Militosh being mined? Is more of a frontier still, right? Summerwatch?
Well, it's not a very hospitable location, so I
More
suppose
reason.
frontier would be a decent word for it.
Do you think that could bear fruits?
I am not familiar with what kind of vegetation grows in Rutash.
Not a physical
Militosh.
fruit. It's a phrase. Do you think there could be cave systems over there that have not been explored, and we could utilize to maybe find some diamond quartz?
Aboleth was the creature that we were. Aboleth was the creature that.
Aboleth,
the alternative with the bladders.
We can go research that. That could be something to do. But
I mean, we were also.
they go pair in a two peas in a pod. They usually sound like they're likely to be in a similar place.
Oh, he said the bladders come in pairs. He didn't say the creature.
Yeah, no. The locations where we would likely find diamond quartz would likely also.
Oh yeah,
have an
well
aboleth.
that's where I was going. I mean, we were also considering. I mean, we were considering trying to open some kind of peaceful discussions, if we could even find them, with the drow that attacked the city a few. Like,
Drow
as
that
far as
attacked the city.
well, I mean, if anyone knows the Underdark, it's them.
Didn't those get executed?
Well, the specific drow, but like.
I'm going on the team speak. What the hell? Please shut up. No. Don't speak about that. That's not a candid topic.
Okay.
That's very careful.
That's not the topic that
That doesn't open doors. That closes doors. Careful.
Why did you both go silent?
I was itching my head.
Okay.
Basically, we're trying to figure out the best option. We have options though. Is the good thing for once.
Great. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go after this aboleth.
Yeah, I think the
If
quartz.
you can get diamond quartz through a less dangerous way, it will be a hefty sum. And while I am in charge of the university, I don't exactly have to just throw our budget around for non-university means. So, I might not be able to help with you financially on that.
Yeah.
It's all good. All good.
So we can come back to the weapons in a second, but I do have one related ship related question. You said we have a tuning fork for the Feywild here in the archive that we could use if and when we're ready to get out. Do we have one for the material plane so that we can get back?
Those are very easy to get.
Okay. Just wanted to.
Like jar of dirt or something?
No, it has to be an actual tuning fork. Or item that is attuned to the plane.
Just. Yeah, okay.
It doesn't have to be a fork.
I
would not say dirt is attuned.
Sure.
It's associated.
Speaking of dirt, however.
What?
You used a teleport spell a lot? or have done in the past?
Recently, no.
Okay, but you have done in the past. I've recently been collecting a variety of dirts in a variety of vials.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a viable method for storing locations of like places I can go, like reliably? Or did you have a different method that you used?
I never took dirt. No.
Okay.
I would take solid objects from the area. Rocks, bark from trees. Dirt is... Well, it can get very heavy in large quantities of volume. They usually just take a small rock or pebble. Easier to store and not as dirty. Unintended.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind for future locations.
Sure.
I just, wizard to wizard.
So you just have several pounds of dirt right
Not
now.
several pounds of dirt. Maybe. Did you ask? And I like show them the dirt collection.
Look at this dork.
Are you
Showing
some
off
kind
his
of mole digging dirt and
Hey,
collecting
alright.
dirt?
I was a changed man. Okay,
Us moles have to stick together.
dirt's a cool thing. I got nearly turned into a mole for a time as well. That's another update for you.
Nearly?
Yeah. Yeah. Nearly.
So, well, I surmise that now that we have the panels, my first order of business will be getting the helmet fully constructed.
That's good.
And you folks can go out and look for something for the weapons.
All right. Yeah, we got a few avenues with that. We can explore a few of them and see if any of them bear fruit.
And then, once all of that is taken care of, the repairs to the ship will be completed. And we will go rescue the headmaster. Former headmaster.
Wherever they may be. Where do you? They're not on plane right now, are they?
I surmise no. They may be in the Feywild.
Okay.
And I would hazard a guess that Diviculus' patrons would be around there as well. For better or for worse, I do not know where their allegiances truly lie.
Is that the? No. What's her name?
Our best guess, revenge, is what we.
Yeah, we think it's like a third party that are just like.
They're. Well, no, we found that out. That we found out right in the archive. They were like cloning experiment gone wrong. That's
Yeah, they're like a triplet clone thing of one of the goddesses. I can't find the name of it right now. I want to say Lyricilla, but I don't think it is.
Very well.
Lady.
Oh, I can see the servants are currently putting on the first few panels. Everything looks to be going to be in working order. Going to descend. Turn back to the university, unless you have any other questions or statements that you need to inform me of.
I did get this. Well, we got this this totem of we found the source of what were turning people, orcs, into snakes and reptiles. It's in our possession, and
And what do you intend to use it for?
well, nothing currently, but just want to let you know. Yeah.
we also have a cursed egg that turns people into woodland creatures.
Yeah.
You have many objects of various intent.
But we're not using them. That's
What
the thing.
the
So
fuck is that?
that is what Andrew construed.
Wait, that's just a crocodile.
That's pretty good. I
Where
like
is it
that.
in the team in
That's
the
good.
Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
It looks like a...
It's
football
just like you
mascot.
fuck up one thing and it just like it's completely ruined like any.
You got the
inclination to keep
perspective.
it.
I like it, dude.
It's the skull. The skull fucking sucks. And it's just like, I'm done with this.
The antlers of the skull remind me of that one Pepe emote where he just has his hands thrown up and he's going wee. I don't know if I have access to that. Anyway, so anything else you guys want to do in the archive? Alright, information repository 1A, excuse me.
I mean,
Not
at
for
most,
now, I don't think.
I would have,
for me.
if we had a minute, I would have done a quick glance to see if there's anything on Phoenixes that's not in, like, in relation to this archive versus, you know.
They would actually have a decent amount of overlap. They are indeed, one, creatures from the elemental plane of fire that have manifested in a sort of bird-like form in the material plane. They have no association to any Yan Min. They are pretty primal, relatively speaking, and you could surmise that they might predate many other Yan Min related things in terms of planetary age.
They're kind of in that same camp as dragons, where it's like...
Yeah, but they're not native to the material plane. Dragons are. It's kind of like if you had a Venn diagram. Both of them would have elemental aspects and material plane aspects, but the percentages in the formula are skewed in a different way. Dragons would have a lot more in material, and then it would be the opposite for phoenixes. It's specifically for fire. There are no like equivalent of phoenixes for the other elements, and if they are, they don't take on a phoenix-like esque motif. Some of them would just eat rocks. You can probably imagine where they're from.
Pebble Land.
Tony
Well-
Pebbles.
John Pebble. I don't have anything to look at.
Okay.
Not right now, other than aboleths, but is there anything in there about aboleths?
He almost left here without asking about aboleths. They do have aboleths, and you don't
Do you
need to
wanna-
pay 50 gold for it.
Whoa! Can't believe what I have to pay. Can I have the footnotes on those? What have we got to look out for?
Big
Big?
squid.
Big squid. Not related to Yanmin?
Nope, they are technically both aberrations.
Okay.
Squids. Aberration.
Are they related to the Emperor of Terror in any way? Are they like a little sub-creature of it?
No, they are not. They
A
are,
byproduct of
however,
it?
some of the longest lived organisms
Oh, dang.
in the material plane.
I don't want to kill one for that.
Long lived in the sense of even when one dies, its offspring is an exact clone.
Like a phoenix.
An exact clone of itself, so then it transfers all physical attributes,
Okay.
and their minds are all linked in some sort of
Oh,
hive.
fuck with one, you fuck with the others. Okay.
And they span across generations, so
We've
one
gotta...
will have the knowledge of all of its forefathers.
These fuckers stole my bladder. Kill him. Okay, maybe that does put into perspective. I say to Varus, if wherever he is, that might not be good to steal their bladder. Just get the whole wrath of.
I'm more on Team Quartz as far as where I'd rather put my efforts, but it's also like we want to keep our options open. If there is
Sure,
an
yeah,
alternative.
absolutely. And if they're unaffiliated, they may know the spiders. They may.
Howdy,
be...
neighbor. You got a bladder to spare?
I mean, if
A
they were
couple-
around, if they're old, like is it just like they're really, really, really old?
Older
Primordial.
than all of you together.
And maybe the spiders that were also really, really old, or are they like on par? Like,
So, if they were spiders, which they're not, squids. If you had one group that was spiders, you would say that their territory is Underdark, the land section of it. Aboleths would be Underdark, the wet
Basement.
parts.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. They're the basement dwellers. So whether or not they know each other, that's
If one doesn't leave the basement, then
it's
I
one.
guess,
It's
yeah.
weird to assume, you know. Yeah, just
Yeah.
because you're a Underdark denizen doesn't mean you know all Underdark citizens.
Of course, of course.
I don't know everyone in New York. Just 'cause I
That's
live here.
preposterous. Like,
I
People
barely
know Casey
know
Neistat,
people. I barely know people in my town.
you know that guy from Coney Island? That we out here in Coney Island. That guy.
Sure.
The viral video when he's like, "If you see these two dogs, just know I'm going at it." That guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god,
Not every viral video has been seen, Dan.
Adam.
I technically haven't watched the whole foam video thing because I can't get through the first 2 minutes of it without cringing.
The
Only
what
the
video?
first 2 minutes.
Foam
Foam?
Adventure. What, have you never seen Foam Adventure, Dan?
I haven't.
Just like I haven't been on Lemon Party because I've never been tricked into going there as a kid.
Because I'm not a fool.
Or
I'm not
Meat
a
Spin.
Well,
You're
that's
in-
all I wanted to know for now.
you know Meat
on
Spin.
that. I don't want to look up Meat Spin on the repository.
I wonder if it's still on.
Well, I'm not looking.
Just open
and
a private browser.
On that note, fellas, my
Turn the VPN.
fucking notebook, my big tome, is filled on page 122. Endnotes.
Alright, is that everything that you guys want to do
yes,
here?
for me at least. How about anyone else?
Last calls? Or else forever hold your peace?
Pat's gonna ask, like,
When
did
did
I have
Henry
to eat a
step
shoe?
out?
Henry had to leave.
No, I have nothing to say.
Why did I
Alright.
have to eat that shoe?
Yeah, why
Last
did I have to see
but not least, as you guys are leaving the repository, Master Summerwatch has one more thing for you. As you're about to leave, he hands you a piece of paper. It doesn't matter who.
Zen.
Okay.
You can
I'll
get the
take it.
paper.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I'll read it.
Okay. Imagine you left and that you stopped without you reading it. It says, "Level up."
Oh,
Why Summerwatch is giving that to
He
you?
broke
I
the
don't
fourth
know.
wall.
And then he
broke
starts
the-
breakdancing and like fireworks.
And that's a
start going
level up
off.
to you,
Do,
Pat.
do, do,
It says Pat's name on it. Like,
And his name
the
is
fuck?
John.
oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my
The
god.
latter half is only an hour long. So not that much.
Can we roll our HP next session, or do you want to do it now? Like,
Well,
One
you
of us
might-
is missing. I don't
what
know
you
if
should
that-
do is make a TikTok account. Make yourself a video of you rolling your respective dice for whatever class you're going to be putting points into. And then if you get 200 or more likes, you get an inspiration dice. I don't know.